Good day all, welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel. Today we've got for you a blast from the 1980s past. It's a 1984 Pontiac Fiero Indy 500 Pace Car Edition. Low production on these. This was the first year of the Fiero, and it was the first mid-engine car to ever pace the Indy 500. Also the shortest wheelbase car to do it, and the first four-cylinder car to do it since the early 1900s. And so Pontiac, in honor of that, made 2,000 of these SE models turned Indy pace car models, and this is one of those limited 2,000. And it's got a lot going on. The most important of everything, 1,674 actual miles on it. That's right. 1,674 miles. Garage kept, babied, and looking pristine. It is not quite perfect, but it's about as close as you can get. Factory paint, nice and lustrous still. Looks fantastic. We've got the flip-up headlights. One of the things that made these 80s wedge cars look so cool. On the Indy Pace Car editions, they did put a nose cone that would appear on the 1985 GT. They put those on these, and instead of just a Fiero badge, gave it an Indy Fiero badge with the flying Pegasus on the front. You can see we've got two-tone paint, white over gray, with some red pinstripe to separate the line. We've got body side molding that runs the length of the sides and also contains the side marker lights, as you can see here. And the door handle is also integrated into it, which you can see here. And since we're over here, I'm gonna share this little secret with you. Still has the original window sticker, and this Indy Pace Car Fiero is fully loaded. I mean, every option, they tick all the boxes on this one, making it extra special. We've got dual body color side mirrors, an air intake for the mid-engine here on the driver's side of the car. Some nice badging. Indy 500 right there. And these white painted alloy high-tech wheels with that really cool red line around the outside, all wearing BF Goodrich white letter radial TAs. Like I mentioned, this car is fully outfitted, so it does come with the sunroof that pops out and can be stored up front, which is a really cool feature. If anybody's had a Fiero and you take that sunroof out, look, it's the whole top of the car basically. It almost makes it like a convertible. Nice sail panels, looking good, nice and dark. As you get to the rear of the car, it's got this great rear spoiler wing on the deck lid. Looks just fantastic. A little bit different than later models. Later models would have had a grid here and here, and a flat space here. So they did change them as time went on from 1984 through 1988, the last year of Fiero production. Rear fascia, again, same as an 85. So they tried to make these a little bit different. Indy Fiero decals on the back, and perfectly clear, crystal clear, no cracks, no fade, no nothing on those tail lenses. And those are hard to find, and especially in good condition. Down below the rear fascia, on both sides of the car, you've got fluted chrome exhaust tips. And even though it's only a four-cylinder, they do sound great. Now they did offer on these Pontiacs a decal kit that said Indianapolis 500 Pace Car Edition, and they would put those decals on the doors here. The car looks so much better without them. To just have the Indy Fiero decal on the rear, the small fender badge, and the Indy Fiero on the crest on the hood looks way better. On that same decal kit, they had a Pontiac that you could put on the upper shaded portion of the front windshield. Again, a much better looking car to to leave that off. Great styling and great looks all the way around. I'm just going to make one continual video of this one. I'm not going to stop. Everything can be done with really one hand on this one. I'm going to pop the front trunk for you. It is busy up here. This is not for storage, quite obviously. We've got a radiator, washer fluid fill, the big headlamp assemblies for the flip-up headlights. Here you can see it's got power brakes. There's your booster, there's your reservoir and master cylinder. Spare tire, brand new, and factory jack. Now you could throw a duffel bag maybe in here, but that'd be about it. A quick note up front, there are pads here, here, over here, and right here, and then more pads here and here. And those are there so that you can take the sunroof out and sit it up here, and it sits on those 4 props down low, and the ones up above hold it in place. Super cool. It's really a neat way to store it. They do sell vinyl bags that say Fiero on them that you can use to store those, and that's really cool to have. I'm sure if you get on eBay, you'll be able to find some of those. Let's head on back to the back, where we will get to the official trunk, which is right next to the engine bay. You can see the courtesy light pops on right away. The trunk is deceptive. It looks small, but it is so deep. I have owned 3 Fieros in my life, and you can fit so much into this car, you would be astounded with this tiny trunk. A couple of extras here. We do have a service manual that comes along with it, and a front license plate holder bracket. They did not put this on the car. It just came along with the car in case you live in a state that still requires that. You can see underneath here, we've got appropriate decals and an engine bay that is stock, clean, and looking good. You can see the call out there, 2.5 EFI, and it is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder GM Iron Duke. About 92 horsepower, but the car only weighs about 2,500 pounds, so it will scoot it on down the road quite quickly. We've got some nice looking red plug wires on here. Nice uniform. Again, everything looking factory. And you can see the valve cover also carries that same look as the air cleaner, just giving it a sporty feel. It does have factory air conditioning. It does not have power steering. No Fieros were made with power steering from the factory, and you won't notice that one bit when you drive it. You'll actually fall in love with that go-kart feel and the taut road feel of the steering on these Fieros. They are fun to drive, whether it's a 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, or an 8-cylinder swap. They are tons of fun to drive. Mated up to this 2.5 liter Iron Duke is a 4-speed manual transmission. That's right. Very, very desirable, a cool combination. From what I was able to ascertain about these cars, only about 500 of the Pace cars were made with manual shifters in them, and this is one of those. And it only has 1,674 miles, and it still has its own original window sticker, and it is fully loaded with working options. What a find. What a find. Look at that interior. Absolutely gorgeous. Check it out. A time capsule from 1984, no doubt about it. Door cards look great. You've got stitched leather armrests, map pockets, power locks. You see a nice sill plate here with both Fisher body and Fiero callouts. An e-brake lever. Factory red carpet with factory red carpeted floor mats to match. Nice gray seat belts. Gray cloth on the side, then gray leather, and then red cloth on the seats with Indy 500 logos and a Pegasus there. These seats, oh man, people love these. Speakers in the headrests, yes indeed, on both sides, and they work and they sound fantastic. Let's hop inside this little two-seater and talk about it some more. I could talk about Fieros all day. I love these cars. Passenger seat looks just as nice as the driver's. No rips, no tears, no stains. Looks great. Same thing with the door card. Excellent condition. Carpet looking fresh and new. Separating the bucket seats is a nice wide center console. You'd be shocked at how much room there is in a Fiero, both headroom and side-to-side room. I also have a C3 Corvette myself, and I'll tell you, there's way more room in this Fiero than there is in a C3. Nice little storage box here. Nice wide armrest. My wife and I always enjoyed the fact that we could both put our arms on the armrest and not bump into each other. It's big in here. You got a lighter that works. Power windows, power mirrors. There's your shifter. Again, with gray leather-wrapped ball for the 4-speed. Nice fresh ashtrays, his and hers. Moving up to the center dash, you can see that it's got a Delco AM/FM cassette stereo with a 5-band EQ, and it sounds just as it should. I haven't tried to put a cassette in it, but boy, the radio sounds great. And the very simple, easy to use HVAC controls, which I'll demonstrate for you shortly. Courtesy lights work. You can see down underneath, they're lit up. And up here where the map lights are, also lit up. It's got this nice little storage cubby ahead of the passenger. In front of the driver, speaking of more leather wrapped, we've got a gray leather wrapped steering wheel. Indy Fiero horn button in the center with the flying Pegasus, and it does work. It's on a tilt column, as you can see right here. And the turn signal lever does triple duty. And not only does the turn signal indicator, but it also has cruise control and intermittent wipers on it. Again, a fully loaded car. Looking ahead, framed by the steering wheel is your gauge cluster. 85-mile-an-hour speedometer, and again with an odometer that says 1,674 actual miles. Got a gas gauge, got a temp gauge, and a 6K tach with a battery gauge included in it at the bottom. And you've got your typical warning lights there and your bright lights. All of that is located in those little squares there. Off to the left, this is your button that makes the lights go on and your dimmer. Over to the right, again, more options. This is the remote, or the interior, trunk release. And not all vehicles had those, trust me. And the same with the rear defogger, also an option. So many options. The high-end stereo, the power windows, the power locks, power mirrors, tilt wheel, cruise control. I mean, all of these were options that are available a la carte on these cars, and somebody said, I want the works, and this is that car. Look at the nice dash, no warps, no cracks, nothing. It looks like a brand new car. What a collectible piece this is. This would look great in anybody's collection. I would sure be happy to own it myself, without a doubt. The only problem would be the temptation of wanting to drive it all the time, because they are so much fun to drive. Now keep in mind, it is an EFI car, so I don't need to touch the gas. All I did was push in the clutch and it fires right up. It's telling me my door's open. I'll go ahead and shut that. There we are. All right, I'm going to put the headlights up and you can watch them pop right up as they should. You can see them shining on the Corvair up ahead of us. You can see the dash lights are on. Control lights are on. Everything's working just as it should. I'm going to turn those lights off. I'll show you the windows do go up and down. I'm going to do the driver's side. I'm going to go ahead and leave that one down. It's kind of warm in here. Now the passenger window, again, works just as it should. Power locks. See, those work just fine. Let's check out the AC. All right, max AC, high fan. Oh my word. It got cold really quick. Really quick. Now let's turn on the stereo. The power button's right here. It is so cool, the speakers in the headrest. I absolutely love that. What a cool car. You can see the RPMs have dropped down now. It's a spunky little four-cylinder, no doubt about it. It's only 92 horses, but again, in a car that weighs 2,500 pounds with that mid-engine format and the control that this 4-speed gives you, it is a blast to drive. Let's get out and give a listen to those tailpipes. What an awesome little car. Folks, if you've got any questions about this 1984 Pontiac Fiero SE Indy Pace Car Edition, give us a call. Here at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, our number is 614-276-7355. We can help you get a transport quote to have it sent from our garage to yours in an enclosed carrier. We can help hook you up with companies that specialize in lending on these classic cars, and we are here to answer your questions. Again, give us a call at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, Ohio, 614-276-7355. We've got this needle in a haystack 1,674 mile Pace Car Edition Fiero, fully loaded with the Windows sticker still on it. What a treat this car is. Folks, we sure appreciate you joining us today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Ring that bell too. We'll be back again tomorrow with something else cool.